Okay. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, everyone. Welcome. Hey, Lars. Hey, Stuart. Hey, Popaway. Mr. Tiberium and Tuxedo. Maurice and Scott and Joey. Hey, Brian. Hey, Bill. Hey, PF Dennis. And Rod. How are folks? Hey, Steven. Let's scroll just a little bit more. And Phil and Jose. How are folks? Not Jupiter size, it's large. Is this a big, not the big boy, it's a medium size. Hey, Sergey, hey, Lewis, hey, Josh, hey, the JPs and Doom, hey, William Martin. So, this thing arrived on Thursday. So, it saved me, oh, focus, a whole lot of prep time because I didn't have to prep anything. So for this, I figured it was a good opportunity. Let's open up a resin printer. I owned an original Elegoo Mars probably 5 or 6 years ago. Pathetic Puma. I printed a little bit with it, not a whole lot. I was at Rapid and went to the Elegoo after show event on one of the evenings and ended up winning a $200 off gift card to their to the Elegoo store. And wow, that thing's having all kinds of trouble with focus. It's trying to focus behind me. That's pretty bad. Anyway, so that it was a that gift card, and then a choice between 3 rolls of filament or 3 bottles of resin. Now the bottles of resin haven't shown up because I think I explained in the last stream. They went to the wrong address, and I'm still trying to get that sorted out. But hey, Nick. Wednesday, I get a haircut on Wednesday. I'm in the middle of nowhere in Upper Peninsula, Michigan, so I probably won't be here long with service cutouts. Well, thanks for being here a bit. I still have the original Elegoo Mars. Yeah, I gave it away. There was one of the folks on the Voron team who whose brother or something wanted to get into resin printing, and I wasn't using it, so I just gave it away. I'm feeling fine. Implant is the tooth implant is pretty went pretty well, and pain has been basically non-existent. I was really tired yesterday. Did a bit of sleeping, but or Thursday a bit of sleeping, and then Friday I caught up. So, hey Apollo, hey Poity, hey BBs, hey Sergey, hi Ella, hi Thomas. So let's get to it. And what I think I want to do is I purchased the the wash and cure station as well, and I want to open that up first because I want it to kind of be ready, and then we'll end with working on the printer and making a print and then using the wash and cure, rather than having to shuffle things and figure out where stuff is going to go, because I could unbox that while we're printing something, but I think I want the printer to be here, and I'm probably going to set the wash and cure station over here to use it. So, hi Tanner, be able to stick around, have a good stream. Thank you. Resin is toxic. Resin is toxic. I've got glasses, I've got gloves, I've got this garage door, this is the side door to the side yard, is open. And when we go to actually open the resin and stuff, I'm going to partially open the door behind me. Hopefully it doesn't cause too much of a white balance issue. But so, yeah, has Luke tried his new blaster yet? Sergey, this is my second SLA, but it's been a good long while. MSLA. So I had an original Mars. This one is interesting, and what kind of pushed me to getting it was the gift card, and then its tilt bed thing. Hey Drew, hope all is well and healthy and doing your best to learn something new and clever at least once a day. Yep. Hope you have a liter of IPA hanging around. I do. I got I got 91% from the store. Saved my 99% for for bed cleaning. SL1 is 5 years old. Wow. Yeah. So the SL1 has been doing the tilt bed for a long time. I don't, does Formlabs have a, did they start that, or who started the tilt bed thing? I don't know that it was Prusa. It could have been. Did a review. Well, yeah, I mean, it just happens to be the time when everyone's doing these, but I bought this one. This is not sponsored. Hashtag not sponsored. So let's go ahead and open up the, yeah, this will do. I've already removed all my addresses, all the labels. These are labels, but they don't have any addresses. So, thought about getting resin printing for some time now, but I don't know whether it's good or any good for functional stuff. It can be. And also, you're right, I have a mat. I have a silicone mat around here still somewhere, I think. I have no idea where it is. I might pick up a new one. Yeah. Hey, Michael. Are there any decent engineering resins you can use? I think so. So since this doesn't come with any resin with the printer, I won 3 bottles of resin, but they are on a journey, and they may end up sending me new ones if the person they went to instead isn't willing to work with us, which is fine. It's not his fault. It's not his problem. Seems like a very nice guy. Just unfortunate that they didn't check with me on the address. Anyway, so I purchased off of Amazon just some Soraya Tech, and I bought, so I consulted with Mark at P.O. Poly, and he thought that their Sculpt might be the best resin for my immediate use. So I bought some Sculpt, and for a temperature tolerance and dimensional accuracy. And I also bought some blue nylon, so just to try out. I 1 hour back from a 120-kilometer road bike ride. Ooh, oh boy, that's a ways. What is that, about 70 miles? That's about where I tap out. I think my longest ride is in the 75 to 80 mile range, and I'm not comfortable enough on a road bike to, I've never done a century because I just hurt too much. My feet are the wrong shape for all bicycle shoes. The closest I have found are some Lakes, and they do okay, but it's still not great. Hey, Kittrell. What are you planning on using the resin for? Well, the immediate use is the little part cooling air duct for the black box. And funny thing is that Chris at KB3D shipped me one, and it arrived yesterday. So we're still gonna try printing it just because, but that little part isn't very suited for FDM printing. So I'm glad he sent me a resin one. But it's funny because that had been what I was planning on printing today, and I think we still will. Platform pedals and Crocs. You know, I don't have too much trouble with my butt. I could use more core strength and a little more flexibility in my upper body and torso to be a little more comfortable, but really it's my feet. My feet get so sore. Nylon in liquid form. Well, it's not really, I don't think it's nylon-like, but I'm not sure. You know, a lot of these things are like, it's not ABS like, it's not ABS resin, it's ABS-like resin. The idea, the marketing idea that has similar properties to ABS, and that's probably debatable. You ride every weekend about 120, 140. Nice. I was at a point where I was riding several hundred miles a month, but I haven't gotten back to it. I thought they released a new blue. Let me see. Let me see if we can bring up. We're gonna need this anyway. Hey, Shadel. Soraya Tech. Resin. Let's see what we got. Oh, well, that's not right. So this is wrong. Give me a moment. That one. There we go. I swapped the video card back out on this computer. I had bought a Intel Arc A770, but I think I got a dud one because it wasn't working right. So I swapped the 3060 back in here. So that was why that was odd. Get back on your road bike. It's a Villiers. It's from about 2011. It's a Villiers Gran Turismo. It's a really very nice. A lot of campy parts on it. Very comfortable. I've had very little maintenance needed on it. But anyway, a resin's based on a certain polymer. Is it a whole mixture like FDM filament? I'm not sure, the GPs. I'm new to this. So let's close that. Let's go resin and let's go blue tough. And there is a nylon black. Let's see if there's any notes on this. This is what I bought. Blue tough, nylon black. Blue is a tough. Make it suitable for various parts and tool making. Engineering prototypes, mechanical age, fixtures and jigs, medical devices. Doesn't really say too much. Is there like a user guide before printing? Print settings. Ooh, let's go to print setting. Oh, okay. So we may have to come back here. Anyway, I don't know what it is exactly. All these are in that 405 nanometer wavelength cure range. So I got that, and I got the Sculpt, which is high temp. But yeah, so we'll see. We'll see what they look like and how it turns out. I think I have their hot sauce. Oh, my lightsaber blades are going down as the top of the mug cools off. Yeah. So Mark, the owner of P.O. Poly, also owns Soraya Tech. I hung out with him quite a bit at Rapid, walking around and checking things out. Super nice guy. Super nice guy. Speaking of P.O. Poly, my production Magneto X may be here tomorrow. But that means I'll probably open it up and start using it on right after the black box is done. I think I'll do a one or the other. It'll either be Tuesday or Sunday, depending on which series finishes first, the Trident or the black box, or the black box. Do you think a resin machine would be okay in a garage in Florida? Renting's so not the best ceiling, but I can improve it some. You actually want to ventilate there, Kittrell. You want some good ventilation. You want some good airflow. Linear motors separately, not exactly sure how you buy them though. I'm not exactly sure either, the GPs, and I checked on that, and they're not really set up to be a motion system for a printer. They're more a motion system for other things. Single axis motion system is how those are set up. Now that doesn't mean they're not gonna expand that offering to things that could be used in 3D printing. And that doesn't mean that you couldn't make these work in 3D printing in some way, but that's not the intent of this initial kind of test offering. And talking about heat on these, from what I understand, sometimes if it's too cold, you even need to heat the chamber on these resin printers. So, not to over cure it, UV and excess warps the model. Okay. kit is like 6.5K, so I wouldn't classify it as for all. However, still hoping price will be further in the next couple of years. What are we talking about? Okay. Anyway, what do we got here? We've got things. We've got cure. Does it tell us what to put in this thing? And the surface of the model is complex. Does recommend increased curing time? Okay, well, we'll refer to that later. Maybe. Anyway, what do we got here? We got a handheld UV lamp and safety goggles. That's kind of neat. Little separate UV lamp. It's profiles for all the resins for all the major printers. Yeah, and it looks like there's a whole little profile import thing. This looks like power. Well, handheld UV lamp and safety goggles. This is not a hand. Oh, it is. Oh, interesting. I was thinking something a little longer, but it's a spot lamp. I thought it was like a strip. I use the cure station for power on the handheld. Okay. And some UV glasses. Put that over there. Pull this thing out. More foam to throw away. That would be good for filling drain holes, yeah. Use cure station for power. Posted a link in the stream chat to, oh, I gotta open up Discord. Discord is semi-closed. Let me turn on streamer mode so you guys don't hear the notifications. There we go. I hate streamer mode in Discord though, because it abbreviates everybody's names and that's really irritating. Like upload is A ... Good for curing. Doesn't this printer have a chamber heater? There is an available chamber heater. I was going to order it along with the printer, but I actually technically won 2 gift cards from that event, and the one was a $40 gift card and one was $200. You can't stack them, so I was going to place 2 orders. But their system doesn't allow you to stack any kind of coupon. So even though I had hit the free shipping threshold for the heater, and then I think some FEP or something I was gonna get as well, it would not give me free shipping. It was $15 shipping. So it effectively made that $40 gift card a $25 gift card. And I just got frustrated and stopped the order process. So I will end up ordering that heating module. So there's a little cover. I got to figure out where all this is living. It's probably living over on the workbench over there. But I'll leave the wrapping on that for right now. I'm gonna try to vacuum chamber to degas the liquid resins before pouring in the resin. Maybe a finer quality difference or no change at all. I have no idea. Hey Bob. When I did resin printing, I used a large silicone pet mat to help with easier containment and cleanup. Yep, I had one of those. I think I still have it somewhere. I have no idea where it is though. I may have to pick up another one. We've got stuff. We've got screws and a power supply and looks like the UV lamps. You have to buy IPA in bulk because you'll be using lots of it. Yeah. Cage pieces. This looks like another piece. This looks like another piece. Oh, and then the washing cage. And my bench covered in painter's tape works great. I'll probably, like I said, I like the idea of picking up a silicone mat. This has a cool little, probably magnetically actuated agitator. This probably sits right like that. These are sold IPA by the gallon. Nice. At what percent? And does it matter? Do you get into more effective cleaning with a higher percent IPA, and how quickly does it degrade to a lower percent? I'm gonna have a lot of cleanup to do after this. Always consider bulk and resin printing purchases. For a vacuum chamber, oh yeah, 99% is recommended. I'm use a flex plate on this one. The plate is different. Yep. I wasn't quite ready to respond to that, so. Okay, how does this stuff go? Just set that in there for right now. I've been lucky to get 99 for like $8 a gallon. You can buy a case of 6 at my local hardware store. Nice. Wash station, we've got curing lights, we've got power. Just looking at the various things here. So these just screw in from the top. So this is nice and easy. Hi, Charlie. Teenager alcohol, but I've never used it. This light sharp bar should be installed on the left side slot of the machine, and the machine can work normally only if the 2 terminals below are connected correctly. So this is going to go here, and it looks like we've got some, yeah, that's nice. Just a little wire tie going there, and these are 2 different plugs. So a 4-pin, 3-pin. Just tuck those back in right there, huh? What size are these? You want to make some D&D minis? Actually, hi Liz. One of my co-workers who bought my Mark IV from me, they're doing like tabletop stuff. So I've offered to print some stuff for them. So maybe. Which will be a good opportunity to print some figurines and stuff without having to find a place to put them. I'm using ethanol for cleaning, so I use moonshine. Just don't drink it afterwards. You're gonna do probably some of the Milo parts from 7075 and dump the printed pieces. Oh, shoot. That is not what I wanted. Darn it. I get a little bit of heat. Be careful with the heat, a little bit of heat. Printed driver for the Sakura. There we go. I think I lost it by letting it. I should have done this while it was off. There we go. Oh, I guess so. See if I can get it to go the other way. There we go. Nice. The leftover adhesive from existing sticker can be great for removing, dabbing it to remove another. Oh. Get a 3D scanner and print a steam driver. There's a couple of scans of me out there. I haven't received any of them yet, but they're out there. My wife didn't realize I was streaming. It just started to come in. Oh, there's only one plug on this side, so you'd be hard pressed mixing this up. Yeah, it'd be pretty hard to miss that. Okay, fully plugged in. What is crazy? The doctors knew exactly what was short as liver and kids. If he used denatured alcohol often, they could tell exactly what's going to kill him too late. Denatured alcohol. You having to remove dried up stickers? Yes. Me too. There is a little bit of building for this. Now the box the Saturn 4 came in is has a little bit of damage, so I'm hoping we don't get faulted with a faulty printer. I hope it packaged well enough to whatever FedEx put it through. We'll be fine. The printer you bought come with the charcoal filters? No. No, but it's gonna live out here in the garage, and I've got the side door open, and when we go to actually open up the resin, I will open the front door ajar, so I'll get a cross flow through here, and it's pretty windy outside today, so. Okay, let's set these aside, because I think those are just extra screws, which is good. Where there's building, there's got to be modding. No, I don't need another project. That's not okay. Okay, so that goes there, and this would go on here. That's pretty much that. And then I don't think there's anything really to do with the thing. Recycling a washing fluid, clean the impeller of the cleaning bucket. Yeah, I think we're okay. Let's power this thing on and see what happens. Do I get to? Oh, this is a split. It's split power. That's nice. A peel? Yeah, we can peel this. This isn't going to be as satisfying. Run the washer without IPA in it? No, I won't. But I'm just going to power it on and make sure it powers. On the end. Oh, well, of course, it's in multiple pieces. Let's see. Stuck a printed handle on the cover for better handling. Yeah, that's not a bad idea. Okay, so let's switch over to this camera because I'm gonna have to shift this one to get this plugged in. What's that going to? Plug. Okay, so we have two power things. So we plug this thing in. Should get power switch. Oh. Do they both need to be plugged in? It's plugged in. The bearing in the bottom of the tub relies on liquid for lubrication. Great. But I don't have to set the tub on there to test it. I just want it to power on. Hold it. There we go. You hold it down. Hold it down to power on. Exactly, Apollo. I got there. And move fishy. I didn't read those before I figured it out, so I did that on my own. Then turn and press. There we go. And then the little Lazy Susan there, turntable. Press again to turn it off, and long press to power off. Cool, it works. That's all we wanted to know. Does it work? So this comes off. How does this work? What is this? This obviously goes all the way down. What is this? Cleaning basket bracket and cleaning basket. Oh, does this go in here? Does this just set in here so that the build plate can set on top of it? Is that what's going on? And then the whole thing can come out like that? Okay. Okay, let me set this over here because we're not gonna actually make that turn, because I agree, we don't want to run that with the dry bearing. Here we have, as alcohol is flammable and explosive liquid, please cover the lid of the cleaning bucket when it is not in use. If you accidentally spill the liquid, let's clean it up in time. Do not exceed the max mark. And if you have any problems. The Saturn 4 doesn't fit. I did notice that. I did note that this is not necessarily Saturn 4 size. So okay, so if we plug this in, turn it on, it turns on. Let's go 30, and then I can hear it spinning. Ooh. Okay, so I'm gonna turn it off. I just wanted to make sure that everything powered on and off. There's a sandwich part of the package as well. So now from here, I'm gonna move this over to this other workbench, which means it won't be as easy to see. It probably won't be visible at all, but I can have it set up. Make room over here next to the black box. If you leave the top off, oh yeah, that's for sure. Set that there. After the ride today, also 1,000 meters of climbing, nice. part left. Just yeah. That'll wear you out. In the cleaning mode, please add an appropriate amount of cleaning solution. After working for a long time, please clean the residue of the cleaning bucket regularly. That sits there. Let's get to the main attraction. Reach this. What's that, Troy? You gotta go? Just stopping by to say I can't stay long because I have to prepare for family coming over this afternoon. We'll have fun. A few of us just haven't looked yet. Is there some fancy glues for resin parts assembly? Is the glues the same for filament types? Yeah, I would use CA glue. Yeah, super glue. I don't know what the general consensus is on joining and curing with resin. Definitely safety considerations to account for. Oh, this thing is not light. This thing is not light at all. But see, we got a bit of shipping abuse here. Let's go there. Those opaque resins, that won't work at all though, for obvious reasons. Oh, that makes sense. That makes sense. Yeah. And they say, please keep this box for return shipping. Generic boxes will be rejected. Do not have any desire to keep a box around this large, but I guess I can tuck it up in the attic or something. Does look nice. Bubble wrap. Things. What is this? Oh, power cord. Is that just a spacer? Like, no. This is the little drip tray. Little vacuum formed thin plastic drip tray. Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna need to set this on the floor, then bring it up. That, putting the packaging back in so I can just save it all off to the side. That is not a small resin printer. I would not, even though the build volume is still kind of small, I would definitely not want much bigger than this. Hey, Malfrey. Cancel my Hero subscription and return the device. Why are they still sending me weekly medic compliance reports? Keeping empty ones is a no-go. I know. Just keep it for a little while. Hey, Joel Driver. Keep this. Tuck it in there. We've got another peel. Hey, Redacted. Having some internet issues in my neck of the woods, so tuning in as I can. Well, thanks for being here. Looks like, there we go. I'm gonna take this. After turn that back, it can get scratched. Oh, there we go. Means we need about this yay high. I'm off camera still. Box. So these kind of come out and, oh, this one has a box inside of it. Toolkit. Lots of die cut polyethylene, yeah. So it comes with some gloves. This must be for attaching the bed, I think, to the thing. Power supply, straining funnels, a very sharp spatula thingy, but I probably won't use this. I have one from, I think it was Lowe's. I bought it out that I really like. It's not sharp, but it's very thin. USB stick, Wi-Fi antenna. There we go. Plastic scraper and masks and a Chi2 box license. I don't know if anything showed up on there because there was a number on there. Let's just put this stuff right back there and throw this over here. Paint strainers suck. Start using cardboard for packing. Yeah. Just pull this out. And that's a build plate. And something about this means it never has to be leveled. So no zombie, I didn't level the bed. Packing bits and pieces. And there's a film down there to take off, but how does this go on? Goes like that. There we go. And that's as easy as that. Ooh, there's the tilt bed. It drops under its own weight. To send you the info for the Tuesday giveaway on Discord. Oh, okay, thank you. Cool. And so that's the thing about this printer. The Prusa SL1 does as well. Instead of lifting the build plate between every layer, it only lifts the layer height. The peel happens by tilting the bed. Hey, Mrs. Poity, how are you? Okay, I think we removed this bed here, so let's just go through and find out. That is not a light printer. It has thumb screws. They came in here. I think you remove this and then install the thumb screws instead. In it here. Okay, so we have all the stuff. Toolkit, adapter, user manual, backup screws, USB card, drip tray. This drip tray goes on here somehow. That's going to be so easy to damage. After inserting the build plate, press down the handle to secure, model printing. They go through all this stuff before they go through any kind of, well, they don't go through any kind of what you're supposed to do to set up. Not spreading knowledge, learning along with folks. Pull this guy. It's been too long. I basically am starting over. Basically starting over in my, is that with its FEP, and you pull the stuff off. I'm gonna set this on its top instead of down, FEP down. Then we have another peel. We got lots of peels. Where's Steven? Where's Steven? I gotta get all the peels in. There we go. These are more satisfying peels than that saran wrap stuff. It does have a camera. It's supposed to take, if you got the lighting set up right, it looks like the time lapses and stuff on it are pretty nice. It's got a little cover on it. A rubberized cover. I'll leave that on for now. Okay, the resin level cannot exceed the max line in the tank, otherwise it may leak and damage the machine. Things down in there. I'm not touching the screen, although it had some dust on it already. Some fresh microfiber cloth in here. Place those specs on this printer, i.e. screen. Let me bring it up. What's this? Got some dust specks on there already, so just from the packaging material falling down in there, I'm sure. Let's set that in there so it doesn't get. Okay, another peel. You ready? Oh, I got some. Oh, it didn't get it all. Let me get that first. Can you hear that? Hi, Frank. Everybody falls asleep. Everybody falls asleep when they're watching me. I don't know if that's good or bad. So we got that and some thumb screws, it looks like. Snare drum. Yeah, so yeah, these are. I don't think we need to crank down on these, just. Yeah, well, this still. Yep. Cool. I blew a hole in mine, two prints in, not being careful. Ah, just your pets. Hey, Spectra. Okay. This away. Keeping my resin waterfall out of bad places. Okay, I think, is that about it? Got a Wi-Fi antenna. There's that. And power. Across here. I already have a plug in here, so let's go this. Oh, we've got one more peel to do. Get rid of all this stuff. Little bits of that foam packing stuck to it. Try to do this far enough away from the printer there that it won't fall on it. I could close the lid, I guess. Okay, one more peel. Please press firmly on the build plate when tightening the screws. Please remove the, so that whole thing kind of has some flex to it. Okay, please remove the protective film before printing. One on the front of the screen as well, that would make sense. So this goes back on here. Front of the screen, yep. With a hammer in the reflection. Of all the pets asleep in front of the TV. Nice. Nice. Put the hammer away. Okay. Should get one of those. This is not a hammer t-shirts. I should. Get that yellow in front as well. I'll do that one later. I need a reminder. Okay, let's power it on. There we go. Elegoo. I will say that my little Discord announcement, I was not aware of what I was typing until I'd typed it or was about to type it. So just a regular generic power cord. Just add that to the pile. We'll place blank protective film on a screen, doubles the lifespan and keeps it from getting scratched. Yeah. Okay, these are gonna go in here. That all goes back in the box. So what do we want to do here? Can you see that well enough? You can actually. Here, that's probably a little better. Did you get the email? I did, Jeff. I did. I need to respond back. So thank you very much. I will respond. I didn't notice it until later last night. So. And yet you feel the need to peel it. Well, we can put another protective film on there if I feel like I need to. But this is not a nail. Okay, so device info, model, system version, AI camera firmware version. I wonder if we can find what firmware versions are out there. Let's go look at this. The GPs was asking about, this is a staticky, clingy cover here. Might get some of that Plexo anti-static cleaner and try to clean it up. So let's see. Let's go Elegoo. Their marketing is a little funny. They really played up this new marketing setup at Rapid, and it's let's go or something like that. Elegoo, let's go. It's all about let's go. Need to prepare the office for a laser cutter. What'd you get, Napolo? Stinky chemical printer, yes. Elegoo Saturn 4 Ultra. Let's see, Elegoo Saturn 4 Ultra. So we have a 10-inch 12K mono LCD. Cobb and Fresnel collimating lens, innovative tilt release technology, and auto leveling and intelligent mechanical sensor, and AI monitoring, which I'm hearing is mixed results on that. And the other point that they've made a strong marketing on is its speed, and that is definitely mixed results. The important spec is pixel size. So let's see if we can find that specification. So XY resolution is, wow, 11520 by 5120 build volume, whereas Z-axis accuracy is 0.02. Fresnel, well, yeah, I forgot whose ABS-like resin it was, but that stuff had an odor that I'll never forget. Well, the build volume here, I don't know if that equates, if we could calculate out pixel size with that. I don't see a specific pixel size dimension. 19 by 24 micrometer pixels, is that what that is? Oh, okay. Is that good? For some reason, I read that different. Okay. Do we need to add screen protection to this unit? Thanks for, it will come with a tempered film. Pretty sure. Will be easy to add a magnetic build plate mod to the Saturn 4. Does not support modifications that will affect the normal use of the mechanical sensor. Doesn't ruin the U, cure the particulates that need removing. Jupiter was 50 something microns. What are the dimensions of fume exhaust port? Oh yeah, there's apparently a spot in the back here for a heater. Yeah, there's a port here, and I think there's room back here for the little heater. Okay. Oh, but back to features. Look at the marketing speak. 10-inch display. Capacitive touch display. Hey, look at there. We'll just let this play for a second. Let people have a... Which was better? Was my peel better or theirs? Tilt release technology. And it says achieving a fast printer speed of up to 150 millimeters per hour. And that I have not seen a single review be able to hit that. So that's a little annoying that they make that such a big part of their marketing. Mine's better by far, of course. Self-check and automatic leveling, AI camera, user-friendly design. So all this stuff. Compatible with Mars Mate. Is that a filtering system? The CC on theirs is classy striptease music. It's new hot marketing. Okay, so where do I go? Oops, I scrolled too far. Where do I go to get like software and stuff? I don't want to download. I don't want to download it off the USB drive. I want to get it whatever the latest version is. Support download center. There we go. If you just print a 2mm by 2mm tower, you might. I don't know, because it really, when you extrapolate that out to, because unless you can just get the cure time way low on that. Okay, so let's go to the Saturn and the Saturn 4 Ultra. And it doesn't look like they have any, oops, no, go away. It doesn't look like they have any firmware updates. So where do I get the, oh, there's the slicing software. So firmware, no firmware. Let's download this. What is the test model? Printing test, let's save this. Come on. There we go. What do we have here? No. Why is that doing that? Did that work? No. Okay, I can't get to my NAS from this computer. Oh. Funny. Firmware goes over the air. Let's go projects and let's create a new Saturn 4 Ultra folder and save that there. That was weird that that didn't take my password but let me in anyway. I'm not running CloudStrike. That's a Unraid server. It's like, yeah, I saw that, Mr. Tiberium. I did see that. Wanted to look at what else do we have here. I think that's all I really care about here. That's downloaded. And let's go here. And resin 3D printer. So download Box, I think is the one that I have to use, right? Oh, and it just takes us to their website. That is fine. New release for better user experience. Download. Now, what is this card that they gave me? Box Pro. Activate license within 12 months upon receiving the card. Download the latest version of Box Pro to activate. Is this a permanent license? Is it perpetual, or does anybody know? Does anyone else like them? I'll be getting a $10, getting my Uber Eats $10 gift card. Hey, Wally. Strike 3. Needs malware and buy into CloudStrike. It's a free trial. It's just a free trial? This doesn't say anything about... It just says it's a license. Pro license for 6 months. 1 year typically. Yeah, this is kind of annoying. I don't want that. What is this doing? Let's save that. Let's just save this to downloads. Would be 1.2 second layers, including tilt at 0.05 millimeter layers. Makes sense. Well, it'll do up to 0.2 millimeter layers. And that's probably what their spec is, Joey. Hey, Dutch dude. Okay, so that's downloading. My extremely fast internet connection is downloading at 3. Oh, it finished. Okay. 3.5 megabytes per second. Yeah, Daniel and I chatted about that. That speed claim as well. Just got home 2 hours from cycling. You're not the only one, Dutch dude. Another person in here is just cycling. What happens if you click Buy Pro? Can you put your free code in? Buy Pro. I imagine you just put in, ooh, this is expensive. Multi-user, is that what that is? Single user and multi-user? Yeah, I don't care to, what do I lose by not going pro? What is the difference? $10 a month, G2 Basic. Join Discord channel and get the frontiers, 100%. Network sending, all the versions of the free version plus advanced hollow, wall thickness control, advanced auto layout, split a model, Add a tag. It is a nice day, isn't it, Bill? It's supposed to only be like 83 here. Hey, Ajax. The card you got only gave me 4 months. That's kind of annoying. I'm gonna stick with the free version. I don't want to feel like I need to pay $10 a month for features. So I'm gonna try and I'm gonna use the free version until I feel like I need a feature. I don't want to get used to a feature that I'm not going to want to pay for. Okay, so next. Accept. Next. Supposed to be 94 in my part of Central California today. Really? Are you in like Modesto, Fresno area? I have huge discounts around the holidays. Okay, I'll keep an eye out for that. Did anything here try the new versions of Super Slicer lately? Thinking about switching back? Nah, Super Slicer is off the table for me. Nothing against the developers or whatever. It's more against just, I don't want to use something that's gonna stop being supported. I guess that is against the developers, but not really personal. Okay, let's install this. Yes. Great hot day, but I enjoyed it being the first day with my daughter. Nice. That's right. Did you just had this is a brand new daughter, right? My dear? I think I saw that on Daniel's stream. Congratulations. Have you gotten sleep? Super Slicer is being actively developed. Until when, though? That's the case with all this stuff. Every open source project, whatever. When does it stop being actively developed? My bigger problem with Super Slicer is I have some print breaking bugs that I've run into in the past that kind of turned me off before they even stopped actively developing it for a while. So I really am not excited about going back to Super Slicer just from that point of view. So also take a look at Lychee Slicer for the SLA. Is it compatible with the Cheeto Box stuff? Okay, and launch. Feel the same way about Orca Slicer. I'm less concerned until I run into something that's a fundamental break of a print. With Super Slicer, I was printing the 80 tooth gears for the V2, the printed version for the Z drives, and it was turning them into polygon. I mean, it was interesting. It was turning it into like a 10-sided or more, whatever, but it wasn't printing it round. And I sliced the exact same thing on Prusa Slicer and it printed just fine. So that's one thing that turned me off. Okay. Welcome to use Cheeto Box. This configuration wizard will guide you through configuring a working interface. It works for you. Okay. English. Let's do that one, or that one. What is the difference between that one and that one? I'll get a somewhat, let's go that one. Next. It's one of those things that very early, this was quite a few years ago there, Tuxedo, that I ran into that, but it's turned me off ever since. So it may have been fixed since then, but then I hear other reports of stick on this version because this next version breaks something. And I'm not, I don't play around in the slicer enough. I need profiles that just work. And I get more stability out of other slicers, historically. So. Hey Josh, welcome. Okay, so we have an Elegoo, and do we have a, did I skip it? Jupiter, Mars. So Saturn 4 Ultra. I guess finish. Little furry diva. 2 years ago, I wasn't into 3D printing yet. Yeah. Okay. The resin, do we have a, how do we do resin profiles? How do I choose a, oh, that's not what I wanted. Resin. Resin type, resin name. So if I go back to the print settings download, how to import Shittybox print settings file. Download the Shittybox slicer, add printer, please choose your machine. Need to import the print settings. Where do we download that? Or did we download that? Didn't it say? No, not the slicer. I want print setting. Oh, here. Elegoo and Saturn 4 Ultra. I'm not going to do the fast high speed. Let's download that. Oh, open? No, that's not what I want. I want download. Maybe the 3-dot menu in left column next to the word resin in blue. Let's save this to our, I didn't save there. Nope, not that. Projects, and save that there. Let's see what this looks like. Everything is good there. Let's bring this over and let's go show more options. 7-zip. Let's just extract that there. What's in here? That's a rook piece. That's their classic little test print. No, that's not what I wanted. Let's just extract this right here. There we go. Printing test. If we go in here, we just have that little file. So come back here, and I think configuration, what is this? Upload all print profiles. What is this? Add a new print configuration. Import profile. And that is a CFGX, which is what we had. Let's open that. Ah, there we are. That's really annoying because I hover over this and it shows up across my screens instead of staying within this screen. So if I go to, let's go to the cast and, right, is that what I bought? I bought Sculpt, not cast, Sculpt. Dark gray is what I had bought. So we should be able to, what is that? Edit profile? I think that's what we've got here. Do any of these, yep, these numbers change. Okay. So, and then print layer height. Okay, are we ready to print something? So what is a good, so one of the things this printer is supposed to do is a exposure test or whatever, exposure time test. So what is a good print to do for that? And also I'm gonna jump in here and get it set up hopefully on the network. So let's go here, there we are. Is that good? A little bit of, is that gonna focus or is it gonna just get all, try to find a, let's go back. Let's go to settings and let's go to Wi-Fi. No Wi-Fi detected. Why is there no Wi-Fi detected? There we are. So let's go SBNet. We will, I think Dan done 6 flat squares. But how do you tell if something's exposed correctly? Isn't it in the end user license agreement that you have to print the work first? I don't know how long that's going to take. I'm going to move this over here, give you a good view of this pretty cookie CAD filament there. Labs Town would be a good test for exposure time. Where do I get that? And this is a very tiny screen in this orientation for entering text. But I did it without making a mistake, so let's see if that'll connect now. Finish. Password come off. Okay, so now it says it's connected. Ooh. I'm just having a hard time focusing. If I go back now, new version detected. New version. No more reminder within 7 days. So new version detected, and I'm maybe here. I'm going to give you a view of that pretty cookie CAD filament again, and we are going to grab this camera. At least we can read what it says now. There we go. Hey, Pathetic Puma, welcome back. Hey, Delvin. Can we see it in the reflection of the Phoenix? Okay, I'm going to go ahead and upgrade now. Hey, Nogarat. So is there, if I go to like printables or something, is there a, maybe if I just search for resin test. This would be my next resin printer if I were in the market. It was appealing. So that's why I pulled it. Well, I mean, the gift card helped a lot. But I had been considering adding a resin printer as a tool for stuff anyway, and this was on the list. So getting that gift card just caused me to pull the trigger right away. Ken Benobi, welcome. Amerilabs Town should be available in printables, I think, or directly from Amerilabs. Let's see if Amerilabs comes up as a... Oh, yeah. what? Yeah, that is probably this thing, right? So let's go back here. I need to upgrade my old 2K resin machine. It's amazing for small scale railroad stuff. Watch it with pulling triggers. I might add a dent in your garage door again. Oh, I guarantee it will. We have a links to build probably next month. August, Charlie's Angels will probably be another blaster build. Still deciding on colors. I may do this one in PLA. The Talon Claw 4 is holding up okay in PLA in my garage environment, so I think I may do that one in PLA. I bought it like a month before the Saturn 4 went live. Still running my Mono X 6K. Looking at Mars 5 series for my first resin printer. This Saturn is a big printer. So the Mars has, the latest Mars has tilt as well, right? The Mars 5 Ultra. Got myself a Magneto X Lancer extruder. Going to install that on the Merc soon. Nice. I have one of those in a box. Do you see the video of the guy who built a supersonic blaster? No, I did not. Lychee, but I haven't checked out Cheeto Box in a long time. I'll have to check out Lychee as well. Dan sent you special versions of the parts that are under stress, and I'm honestly I'm going to reprint those out below because honestly they're not very. I'll show you. I'll get you some close-up pictures. I think I can do better. It may be great for normal, but I think I can do better. This does tilt to peel. Yep. Hey, Kudrith. And they are just FDM printed anyway. So I wonder if would this be a good give this a try? Do those parts in resin, Apollo? What do you think? Rebooting the machine to ensure parameter updates. Use the blue. Supersonic. I see that tuxedo. I see the link there. Oh, reboot the machine to ensure parameter updates. It's instructions. It's instructing me to do so. Printer parts and resin is an exercise in frustration. Yeah, I'm coming into this understanding that, Bob, for sure. Not necessarily looking at doing printer parts on this, at least not like big printer parts. It's more fan shrouds and stuff like that. It can't reboot itself. Yeah. It seems to me like you need to do a giveaway for it on stream. So I have a 105-pound box. I mentioned this earlier. I have a 105-pound box on its way from LA. It's supposed to be here tomorrow, and that's the Mercury, or not the Mercury, the Magneto X. So I will refrain from unboxing it. I'm hoping I can do that. Because I don't want to interrupt the black box build. It would be cool if someone was developing a super awesome resin that was like FDM. I know there is resin work being done. I have no idea to what degree that's talked about or whatever, but the Lynx parts have test parts for the turnaround and RAM base so you can print them and test fit. Yeah. Different sizes. Oh, right. I saw that. I saw that on the parts. I did go out and look at the Lynx parts Let's see what we had. To ensure firmware updates, please power off and reboot your device. Again. That was a little more in your face. Please do this. I need to figure out colors on the links. I got a cool metallic green from Prusament that I can try. Yeah. Device self-test. It's being calibrated. Do not touch the device. Oh, it's doing some things. Oh. X carriages from a Prusa using blue and I upgraded from, they eventually cracked, yeah. A 3D printer or a Windows computer. Okay, I think we are updated. So let's see, what is the device info? There's the IP address. Let's see what this looks like. 50.120. Let's see what this looks like. Let's reuse some of these windows. .120. Why do you not come up? I do have a VZ-Bot. What is EQ36 ESM? What is 192.168.50.120? Huh. Should we reboot this again? It's not a web UI? Well, that's dumb. I just rebooted it anyway. Okay, let's go in here. Let's look at the machine. And how do I set up? Can I do anything here? Do I, what? Is there, there's nothing in here to set up the LCD mirror. You have to do a find for it in the slicer. How do I, is it in here? There's no settings here for, we just apply and detected the latest version, update it now. Well, I just downloaded this. 2.2 is out, but their download is 2.1. Okay, well, let's update. Chat delay is bigger today than normal? Really? What does it set to? Stream settings. Low latency. That's what I always have it set to. Miss Poity did stop by, Poity. You all should encourage her to get her own YouTube account. She's much more entertaining than I am. You looking for the multi-calibration that's done on the printer touchscreen? No, I'm not looking for that. I'm looking to connect to the thing via its built-in Wi-Fi. Green, black, and red like Marvin. Q36 explosive space modulator. There was supposed to be an earth-shattering kaboom. Where was the earth-shattering kaboom? Okay, downloading. Could be my end, not saying you have an issue. Let's let this get downloaded. Showing my age. When you slice it, it will show available printers. Okay. How do you know it wasn't who wrote such a nice post about herself? This is true. This is very true, Troy. Yeah, we need more likes. It is the 27th already. July is done. If anybody didn't hear earlier, my tooth implant went really well. I never even had to take Tylenol. I was tired on Thursday. And I've got this smooth, like 1 millimeter up above the gum line little thing until it all heals and they put a crown on it. That'll be next year though. Downloading, is there anything it's wanting me to do? Make sure this didn't come up on some other screen. July has 4.5 more days and I need every one of them. Oh, I need every bit of the next 6 weeks. One of my goals is to try to get the Phoenix all up to the latest parts, with some thoughts of taking it to OC. We shall see. Oh, wow. Was that install button there before I moved the window? Or was it just coincidence? Cheeto boxes, close the app and press retry. Okay. Yes. Is that doing something? It wanted me to close the app and press retry, but it wouldn't let me open the app. And then it brought up another screen that wanted to know if I wanted to do something. And now I don't know if something's happening. And the first car payment in 25 years yesterday. Fun. Yeah, that was not a good update experience. Let's open this up again and see what happened. Go away. Update now. Now it's got to download it again. This is annoying. What'd you end up with? Oh, new Camry. Nice. I'm liking the Civic we bought my wife. So it came up and said, I said install. It came up and said you have to close Cheeto Box before you can continue. I could not tab or switch over to Cheeto Box to close it, so I right-clicked on the task manager and closed it, and that closed the installer. Oh, multi-screen setups? I'll try moving it over to the main screen. And I'll try also just retry, yeah. Drove a month on 11 gallons of gas. My commute is so short, I drive about a month on 11 or 12 gallons of gas, but I only get like 17 miles per gallon in the truck, so. Okay, now what happened? Oh, yep. It did not give me the install until I moved that. I'm gonna move this. Oh, no, it won't let me do that. Install. Oh, well, that's different. Next. Next. Yeah, this didn't do this. Oh, there it is. Already has an installer. Do you want to uninstall it first? Yes. Next. Next. Yes. Okay. Uninstallation complete. Okay. Now we're installing. Yes. So lychee. So that's, well, that might not take long. I will have to look at this. Lychee, how do you say it? Better support generation, your opinion? Okay. Older version of Cheeto Box is what I used with the original Mars, but like I said, it's been probably 3.5 or 4 years since I've touched resin. Okay. Do we still have our... where do we go for... That's supports. Slice settings. Yes, all this stayed. That's good. Lychee like the nut. What nut? Lychee? Lychee? Lychee. Just bought the new Toyota CHR. Great car. Around 55. Nice. Okay, so what are we printing? Looks like there was a machine icon in the lower left on the main screen with the 3-dot menu. So let's apply that. Ultra, Saturn 4 Ultra. Copy machine, hide platform. The machine is there. Is there anything here? Settings? What is settings? Dark theme, file. It's a fruit wrapped around a huge prit. System, function. I already went to slice settings. How do I get to the, what is this? I don't know what that is. What if I said add? No, let's cancel that. Is this one of those features that we, I need the pro version to enable? That would be annoying. Okay, what are we gonna add here? What are we gonna add? Let's open. Oh, were we gonna try this? Should we just try the rook? Just do the rook first print. Let's do the rook. Just see what it turns out, and then before I do we'll do the. There's a menu option on the printer for that. What? Oh, for the test, yeah. But why don't we just do the rook and see how it does with default settings. What is Elegoo chess? Ooh, we got all the pieces now. But let's get the rook in here. Printed in 3 dimensions. Step file so I could scale it up. They do not, Kittrell. They actually, their license agreement doesn't say you can even remix stuff without approval. I asked for approval. I never got a response. So that's why none of my stuff was published. One reason. Make it bigger and turn it into a dice tower. Now we want to print the cavity detector, collision detector. So what if we just slice this now? Gets me every time. Yeah. Island detection has not yet been performed. Start detect. Sure. Detecting islands. No islands exist in the current thing. Okay. Here, networks. Oh, I'm in the way. Well, down here in the corner, there we are. There's a network sending button. Let's see what that does. You need to install Chitu Manager. Oh, and once I move it, it scales properly. You need to install Chitu Manager to use this function. Do you want to download and install it? Sure. I wonder if any of this is in like a guide. There's a network management center page in here. Oh, yeah, it does say. It does have that in the guide. It's in the guide. I can't expand this again because this is the active window and it's not allowing me to maximize that. Did we slice this with the right resin? I have the other, it was selected when I went to the print settings. The sculpt was selected. Let me get I got glasses and gloves. Make sure they're not. Growing up in a household of plenty natives. Heard it called a lychee nut. Okay, glasses, gloves. We're gonna open the door for ventilation. Resin is saying normal. I wonder if it's selected correctly. Yeah, we'll double check, but it said that in the resin settings as well. Stream just dropped to 144. Really? I need an NBC suit like Taylor. Don't have anything like that. I don't know where. Oh, maybe it's right there. We could keep splash off my clothes. If this splashes, then I'm in trouble. But I could go. Oop. Let's see. Is Ceratec good resin? I hear so. Here it is. Let's see, how does this work? Cellular in the middle of nowhere. Ah. Where does this thing go? Wow. I'm a little lost. I have no idea how this actually goes together. I've got holes in the, yeah, that's still installing. I've got holes and I've got one strap. And I've got something here and clips on the other end. My internet speed here is not great on this computer, Spectra. It is a 50 meg down connection. How does this work? Oh, I bet you. Does this go? I took my wife 20 minutes to figure out those straps. I have no idea. Does this go all around the front like this? Does that go there like that? That doesn't seem. Clips on the front top, buttons through the holes in the back, and button to each other. These aren't buttons though. This is just a loop. These just go through here. No, these aren't buttons, they're rivets. I'm thinking these go through here and then just come around the back and I can tie. Look like a blacksmith now. I mean, we're waiting for this thing. It's still at 95%. The beard will protect my shirt. There. Now I'm tied. Do the rivets fit in the grommets on the top? There's no rivets. Well, there's rivets, but they're just, yeah, I think this is probably about it. Zip tied loops together. Leather ends are just to prevent fraying, yeah. Little pockets. Window to unlock more network bandwidth. Okay, let's go back here. I have no idea what that just did. Oh, let's go here. Cheeto. Aha, Cheeto manager setup. Next. Is this back here? Let's maximize that. And then next, it's probably going to want to close Cheeto box. I am not from Canada. Didn't screw up my microphone. Okay. If I go network sending, does it do something now? Aha. You haven't added any printers. You at work has straps with buttons on them that fit into the grommets at the top, and it's an interesting design, not a fan. File name, my printer. You haven't added any printers. How do you add a printer? Send? Please select a printer. There's nothing to select. Let's close this then. And how do you, let's go back. Is there anything in here? Cheeto manager. Aha. Add a printer. There we are. Their scaling on stuff needs a, oh, there we go. As soon as you move a window, it snaps to what it to where you can actually read it. This has been around for a long time to have this kind of problems. This has been around for a long time to have these kinds of problems. Let's add the printer. Okay, I thought it already found it. Hey, Aaron. I mean, that's the printer that I want. It said add printer. Am I adding a new printer or something? The wife going? Nice. I don't want to delete it. It seems like it's all good. I don't think I actually need to do this now. Although it's had right next to the Saturn IV, wanted to add the printer, but let's just go there. That is done. Okay. I wasn't a fan of my Elegoo resin printer either. I wasn't a huge fan of the resin experience as a whole. Lost the new printer already. No, I think we're okay. We go here, we're still on the Sculpt resin. That's the one we're gonna start with. We're just gonna leave all the default settings, but if you go to resin, see where that said resin type, resin name, that's where the normal came from. Let's apply, slice. What is this doing? But if I go network sending, we can send it there and send, but I think we want to put some resin in here, right? Oh, that's the top of the model. Thank you. That makes much more sense. Yeah, oh yeah, we're working on that. We're gonna put some resin in here. So let me get the garage door partially opened. It sounds like my son may have chosen now to mow. Let's go there. Let's see how bad this blows out. No, not bad. That's open. Got a little bit of a breeze out there. We did. Sorry, I gotta grab a bunch of paper towels just in case. Have those handy. Did you run the calibration? What? Oh, not the exposure time calibration. We're just going to we are going to just do the test print and then we'll run a calibration. Is that what you're talking about as far as the thing? And I am relying on a large volume here with the doors open for ventilation. I'm not gonna run a respirator. Blue doesn't stink as much as others. So I'm gonna set this down. I'm gonna move my keyboard out of the way. You know, Obi-Wan Kenobi? Isn't there an auto lever? No, I don't think so. I think you just do the thing. Tool. Emergency stop. Resin calibration. Device self-test. It already ran. tank cleaning, screen exposure, manual move the bed. Yeah, there's nothing in there for that. Did you shake well? I shook it earlier, but you're right, I should shake it again. Does it say shake well? Shake well before use. I did shake it earlier, but I'll shake it again. Pop away. The print plate is spring loaded. As long as the offset is right, it should be good to go. All the things are off. There is some, let me see if I can get it with this. Dust in the mat is a definite problem. Okay, oops, well that was good. That's ruined that microfiber now. Okay. I am opening a bottle. I do not want to get this sprayed on me. Oh, yep, see? Little release of something there. Go to this side because I'm less comfortable. One thing about a larger print volume is that even though I'm not going to fill this all the way because I don't think I need it. Let's go about that. Oh, shoot. Yeah, you do not want resin on your skin. You do not want that, so I'm going to clean this up. And I'm going to set up a separate little spot here for that. Put this on. I think it will tell you if there's enough resin. I don't have resin on my hands. Let's close this up so it doesn't sit there and cure. Probably want to. I'm gonna pull the little camera cover off of there in case we want to check that out. So that strainer is very useful for the SLA. We'll send a link in Discord. Okay. Okay. So then we have this, and I think I can just send. And it is sending. There's not going to be a whole lot we can see on the. Okay. Is that? I guess I go straight to print and local file. Oh, and there's my rook. Oh, there we go. Two most popular resin slicers both have a paywall. That's annoying. What temps are you printing at? In here right now is, I don't know. What is the Prusa? 23.9 degrees Celsius. How long did it say this model will take to print? Holy moly. It says 2 hours and 38 minutes. I don't want to take that long. I don't want to take that long. It says 150 millimeters per hour. Just kidding. 2 hours and 38 minutes. I don't want to take that long. Can we go better than that? It's typical resin speed. Let's go, here, let's close this. Let's scale this thing. I go back to the back. Let's scale this. Layer height is 0.05. Is that slice settings? Should I go 0.5 or 0.1, I mean? Yeah, print 10 and it's the same time though, yeah. But I really don't want, I kind of wanted to do more than just print something. Can I go 0.1 and be okay on this? It takes a long time. I'm guessing SLA is worth filling the table. Yes, because your time is a function of Z height exclusively as far as models go. Obviously exposure time and tilt time and all that kind of stuff is. So this is based on the settings from Soraya Tech. So, and I didn't have resin on my pinky. I'm not gonna fill her up. I don't want to use the resin. What else can I do? I mean, scale is probably the other thing. Let's just make this thing smaller. Where do I, there, scale. And let's go 50%. Let's make this thing tiny. Let's see what that says. 47 minutes. That's a little better. Let's just do that. Although we're already at 2 hours. Wow. 4.4 seconds was the exposure time. Can we go even smaller? Let's go even smaller. Let's go even smaller. Let's go 25% scale. Let's do it teeny tiny. Here, and people asking about slicer settings. So this is the Soraya Tech sculpt and resin settings. Bottom exposure time is 45 seconds. Exposure time is 4.4 seconds per layer. And then, yeah. Let's go there, slice it. We've got 30 minutes. That's what we'll do. Network sending and send. And that's a whole lot quicker. And then we go here. Should be able to go, here, let me go back. Go back into print. Load file. Oh, yeah. So this one starts with 0.05, this one's 0.1. So let's go ahead and do it. Print. I don't know that we'll be able to see anything. It says busy. The machine sensor is being calibrated. Do not touch the device. Sorry, I should probably just go back to the screen. It's the thing about, I'll have to see, how do we see the camera on this? Can we get a live view of the camera? It's very bossy. It is. Automatic detection for resin in the vat. It's moving the bed down. Now what's it doing? Remaining time 29 minutes. It's 12.5 millimeters tall rook. Oh, auto leveling. Huh. There you go. Should unpack my poly dryer and get some ASA in it. There's Prusa Slicer would export files compatible with the Cheeto board printers. 4.5 seconds seemed long. I've got my Saturn running at 2.5. Yeah, I mean, I'm guessing the settings that Soraya Tech is providing are probably close. Okay, so that is theoretically doing its first layer exposure. So how do we see can we see the camera in this thing? Does anyone know if CNC kits will be coming out for it, like tap for stealth changer? I have no idea. Only the height of the models has an effect on total print time. You can print 20 of those at the same time it takes you to print one. Yep. Does anybody know if I can get a camera view on this live? Well, it did the first layer. I heard it pop too. Is there anywhere in the... How do I get a camera view on this thing? Layers printed 1. Layers left 124. There is a camera inside, yep. And I'm trying to figure out how I would get to that. And we already checked, so I'm gonna just let that go because it's kind of doing its thing. We tried going to its, what was that, dot 120? And that didn't work. I don't really smell anything. You view this as a tool and not a project? Yes, yes, this is a tool. This is not intended to be a project. Just see if anything comes up. No, it will not. So how do we get... What is that? That's home. This doesn't, that says busy. Yeah, I have no idea. It's on layer 3. Has anyone tried to make a DIY SLA printer? Weren't the, what is that? DLL PDF, don't they have one? They make the frames and stuff. Time for some more coffee. Yeah, good time. Good time to do that. I don't think I can get any kind of, let's see if I can put this guy right up against the glass and see if we get any kind of view. See if I can get it right up against the glass. See what we get. Oh, you can see it tilting. But you can't really, let's see. I think it's a little better. There, we'll at least see a tilt here in a second. So we should have 4.4 seconds of cure, and then it should tilt out of the way. There it goes. Won't be anything to really see until it's done. I know. I get it. I just wanted to see at least get something on the screen. Oh, that's a little better. At least get something. How do I get on here and if I saved a time lapse, how do I get that off? This isn't going to be a worthy time lapse print, but that sure seems like a whole lot more than 4 seconds, doesn't it? One, 2, 3, 4.5. $45 bottom layers. 45 seconds for the bottom layer. Then hold and peel times. How many bottom layers is there? Transition layer type 5. So does that mean, is that what this is? So this means there's 5 45-second layers, and we're on layer 7 now. Bottom layer count 5. There it is. And those are 45 seconds. So we should be at 40. We should be at 4.5-ish second layers now. Steve Builds giveaway 4.5 seconds. For Steve giveaway seconds. Touche. Okay, well, I mean, we're used to long print times. And this isn't there are resins, I think, right, that are designed to cure faster. And there are resins that are designed to cure faster, and you can run those shorter cure times, bigger layer heights to get that millimeters per hour number up. At layer 11, it should be at 4.4 per. Oh, really? Oh, so it's going to get shorter. I see. So it's 5 45-second layers, and then the next 5, it's going to transition from 45 to 4.4. Yep, there it is. These are our 4.4 second layers. Got it. Fast resins are normally more of a water consistency. Okay. Have you bought any Fiberon yet? I have not. However, I have the selection of the new stuff. So I have some PPS CF, and I have the PET CF, and then I have the PET G recycled CF. And then I ended up buying or picking up a roll of PA12 CF, I think. I need to put a high temp nozzle in a printer to do the PPS CF. Soraytech Fast Gray is the go-to, is your go-to resin. Well, like I said, I was chatting with Mark, the owner of Soraytech, and about the resin he would recommend for this fan duct that I did need to print for the black box. However, Chris at KB3D ended up sending me one. I didn't know he was sending me one, and it showed up yesterday. So I don't have to print it. However, I want to still. This is up to layer 19. We have 106 left. I just thought of something. Is this gonna fall? This part is gonna fall. It is. It is. This part. Oh no, it won't. The bottom. If it stays on the bottom of this tray, then it won't fall through. But I think the side grid on that basket is large enough for this little print to fall through. I would want to upgrade my Mark 3S to be able to print the PPS CF10. You'd want to have some level of enclosure as well, Spectra. And I don't know. So Mark 3S, I know we talked about upgrading and doing that kind of stuff for stuff last time, and the advice that the printer might not just be what you might want to start with a different foundation. But at the very least, when you want to print the PPS CFs, you want about a 320 to 350 degree hot end, which means they do make a copper heat block for the V6. So you need that. You need to make sure your printed parts are printed in something higher temperature capable. The Prusa enclosure it needs some work, sealing it up and insulating it to get proper chamber temps. So swish it around in a tiny cup. Yeah. There should be a camera button on the Cheeto Manager. Well, how do I bring that up? So if I go to Cheeto Manager, oh, hey, video surveillance. Hey, there it is. Maybe that'll be easiest. Hi. Who said that? Who said that? Frank, thank you. Oh, you're right. You were talking about printing PC, Spectra. Yeah. We forgot what's happening here. Hey, Sean. We are just unboxing print to the Saturn 4 Ultra. Something easy, something to chat about, and I got it on Thursday, so fortuitously timed. Yeah, that camera, no complaints here. A little bit of noise, quite a bit of noise in the some of the darker areas, but heated chamber mod on printables for the Prusa enclosure, in which you should do that mod and show us how the resin printer. It's not a Voron. It's not. It's a tool that's going to sit over on another bench most of the time and get used when I feel like a resin print might be a good solution for a tiny DIY resin printer. Okay. So in my Prusa enclosure, I did set a poly dryer inside and turned it on, and I was able to bump the temperatures up a little bit. I think the little gaps in the enclosure, some time could be spent sealing those. I don't know if a little bit of tape or something. Maybe get the side panels cut in 3mm plastic instead of the 1.5 it is now. It's hard to get the chamber up without some additional work. So, and I'd have to be to even think about looking at a heated chamber mod, like the little poly dryer seems like a fairly safe, self-contained unit. And it's a PTC heater as well, I'm pretty sure. So there's a max temp it can get to. But beyond that, looking at DIY solutions gets really sketchy, especially showing off on a channel. So where are we at? We're at 40. It says it's 36C inside there. It says the temperature reported is 37C, 38C, 39C. Oh, is that what happens when it's, now it comes down. So when it's doing something, it cycles between about 36 and 39C, probably depending on whether that bed is tilting, and I'm not sure where the sensor is. So there's a display on the front that shows a temperature value. I just don't know where that sensor is. And it goes up, the temperature goes up as the resin is tilted, as the vat is tilted, and it comes back down when it's level. Yeah. The cabinet I made some time ago has a constant temp of about 30C. The LED array gets quite hot. Some printers use it to heat the vat. Yeah, and I'm just curious where that actual sensor is. It's hot air down below and the bin is flushing hot air up. Yeah. Deadpool and Wolverine tonight. Very excited. Nice. I have no idea when I'm going to be able to see that. Probably when it's streaming. I like that camera though. I appreciate being told where to find it. I wonder, we add let's see what happens if we add a browser source. There's probably a port we should do. Does anybody have any idea what port this might be on? Whoa, what was that? Is it finish? No. Oh, sorry. This is kind of in the way. Let me just get this up out of the way. You can scan it with Nmap. Use Angry IP Scanner to scan for ports on it. Let's just see what happens if I do that. You have to specify the port range. Does anybody just have any guess at what it might be? I'm not gonna go running any utilities, but I'm just curious if there's a... Seems to be making a different noise when it's running now. Negative, no idea. Okay. What is the port that running RTSP stream? Is it loud? No, it's not loud. It just made a different noise starting a few layers ago. That OBS logo is me playing around with, here, let me just cancel, is me playing around with the, seeing if I could get this source to show up in OBS. So try 554. Okay, let's try that. Hold on, let me move this out of the way, get this out of the way. Five, four. Now, that didn't seem to work. The sound changed because build plate is breaking the surface of the resin now. Oh, it might be. That's a good call. I didn't catch why you're using this slicer. Can you explain? Because the controllers in these relatively inexpensive resin printers they're locked to these slicers. They're not open. So it's either RTSP? Does that work? No, doesn't seem to. I found a guide to set up RTSP source in OBS. I'll play around with this. If it could be something we add to, if it's appropriate at some point. Link in the stream chat channel. Yeah, I'm just going to cancel this right now though, and mess around with that later. There we are. Have to run a video player to decode. I'm sure there might be a guide out there on how to do this. But yeah, it's not loud. I just noticed a change in noise coming from it. And I think it makes sense that it's once the build plate is out of the resin. You can point VLC edit later as it tries to match anything you pointed at. Okay. It's interesting that this, I mean, through the cover here, it looks, I mean, pretty decent. Hey, don't knock it. I wonder if I can set up a spot in one of my cabinets here to put it. I'd have to run power into it, but that's not too bad. It just has that little barrel jack. That might not be a bad idea if I can figure out a spot for it. And what are we at for? 33 layers left. It's up to 42C. Between 42 and 44C. On the temperature sensor. And what else can we see on this? Was there any other information? So I'm going to close this for a second. We go here. What do we have? 76.8%. What is historic record? Oh, So I didn't say do a time lapse. Camera connected, release film. So is this a timer for when you should replace the FEP? The film? Should it be 60,000 releases? I hope that's not enforced, because I would imagine this teeny tiny print shouldn't be a full 120 or whatever releases. Hey, Tintalon. I'm going to spend the rest of the day today working on black box. That's the Elegoo cash counter. That's why you fill the plate. Yeah. Going relatively quick now, at least. We got 20 layers left. Does it say how long? Not time-wise. It says 2 minutes left. It's been going for 25, so I mean, I guess it's easy to tell to estimate print time on this. No other factors like accelerations and stuff. No, I put it to 0.1, Josh. I put it to 0.1 microns. We'll see how this thing turns out. In resin like FDM, it's important to make sure to not always print central to reduce your wear on the FEP and LCD. That makes sense. That's a good point. What am I going to do to clean this? I bet you if I was to do this again, I would have moved the Saturn to my little auxiliary workbench here and started printing while I was checking out the wash and cure station. Oh well. Then I could have had the wash and cure station right here and easier in camera. I'll probably shift this out of the way and bring those back over here because I would rather, although this little teeny tiny print does not need it, but I'll still use it because I want to. Let's set this right here for now. Doesn't need it, but I'm still going to do it because why not? I need to order some spare FEP. Let's get these over here. It is almost done. One more layer. One more layer. And then let's see if we even see this thing on the camera. Here it comes. And that slope top of the build plate. Let's see, do we get to see it? It's just a big one of the drips. Yeah, I know it's not quite FEP. I knew that was a little different. How much cleanup is required on the printer? I imagine a bit here, the GPs. This is definitely not a efficient print I've done here. It was more about doing something in a reasonable stream amount of time. It's really just a big drip there. I don't know how long I should let that go. Maybe have a tilt to drain feature. No, I think you're on your own to do that. But I want to set up let's take this back over here and pull my height back up. Okay, let's get some of this stuff out of the way so I can shift all this over. Let's just shift that right there, probably. Silicone spatula helps a lot, yeah. Let's go here, and we're gonna get this guy set up and prepped. ACF film, $30 for 5 sheets. Okay. I think just, you're right about those drips being as large as the print. Yeah. I have had this IPA for quite a long time, years. I actually bought it and then I discovered the 99% stuff on Amazon. This is barely gonna be, I'm gonna need to get more. Yeah, there was something different about Apollo. I didn't remember the name. I'm gonna have to order this by the gallon now. But hopefully with the lid on, this will. I know, not for this print, I know. We're mostly, even though it's a tiny print, we're checking out the machines, the things. So, and I've got my little spatula, and I've got extra rags here because we're gonna need to, and then I've got a spot. Let's just put it there for right now. A spot to put our dirty rags, and move this stuff out of the way. Let go. No. Well, it holds up on itself pretty well. There we go. Try Costco. Okay. So this says total printing time 28 minutes 38 seconds. Confirm. Back. Let's move. Move the bed up out of the way. Trying to find the silicone mat. I know. I have no idea where it is. I don't even know if I actually still have it. So, oh, we have a cool little print, little tray here. How does this thing? Is this? Ah, there we are. Does that go any further on there? No. Okay. So that can stay there. That can go there. And this guy comes off. I think I'm gonna hold that like that for a second. Oh, see, that's why there's a drip tray. Itty bitty rook. And then this top is really, really annoying. How in the world do you make sure that that stays clean? I don't think you do. Yeah, exactly. Tiberium. Let's put this in between. I like the plate rack for the washing station. Clean the print and the plate. Yeah, and this is definitely a drawback to this this wash and cure station not really being sized for this, right? Because that's about as much as I can get off of here. Itty bitty print. Donk. Cool. That doesn't seem like I want to pollute the IPA with that, but I don't know what else to do with that. Maybe get this back in here and just let it sit there. Let it sit there and drip now. Will this close up? It will not really. Information GK3 has a place on the side to hold the build plate so it can drain. Has a place on the side to hold the build plate. Okay. I did not, I got IPA on my fingers, but I did not get, I don't think I got resin on them. Just in case, I'll dry that off. Plate should fit on top of the basket. We will try that. But there's no, the thing about that though, is I need to put more IPA in here. It won't do me any good right now. What I'll have to do is get that, just kind of wipe it off after. If I turn this on and let that go for a bit. Oh boy. Oh boy. That's not a good idea. Okay, it's somewhat staying in place, but that little tiny rook is going for a spin. Oh, yeah, it fell down. It's underneath the basket. It's underneath the basket. I'm gonna guess that it's cleaned. Okay, let's open this up and get my tweezers. Let's see if I can fish that out. Set that on top of the lid there. This is adorable. This is absolutely adorable. I'm just gonna make sure, do as good a job as I can. Let's, set that right there. This guy back in here. Say that the build plate will sit on top of it. Let's see. It's no longer dripping. It does not. It stops right there. So I had read that. So this will just have to be manually cleaned. Now this little tray here, let's see what this, let's see where that, okay, I did a good job of keeping, there's a little bit of drip right here that I want to handle. Now, should I just put this out and let this resin cure on here? I feel like I should probably set that in there. I feel like I should probably wipe it off. I suspect that the wash and cure station there is, yeah, I don't know if there's a new version coming out. Let's put that on top of another, and let's close this up so that resin in there doesn't cure. And then let's do what was suggested and get a little bit of more proper cleaning. Now I guess I can set the rags I used out in the sun and let them cure before tossing them, right? Might melt it, resin gets hot when it cures. That little thin bit that's on here though, do you think it would get hot enough? I think that's clean enough. Okay. That. Oh. Let's just close this up. Oh, there's my brook. Okay. So let's undo this. Oops. Got this little guy. Probably not that small amount, yeah. Dilutes more than dissolves. So we've got a cool little UV light. That's adorable. Because we gotta. The itty bittiest little rook cure. Two minutes. It's a good idea to clean the washing station occasionally to get gooey resin buildup. That makes sense. Can you read the lettering? We'll see in a minute. It's a rookie. Yep. This is a cool little, you can probably charge some UV reactive filament with that, huh? Oh boy, how bright that is. Charge a glow-in-the-dark filament. But look how bright that comes up versus that. Why is your turn? Why isn't? It is turning. It's just very slow. It is turning. You can kind of see it, right? You see that turning across there? You're not wearing the UV glasses. That's okay. This should be a UV. And I wasn't pointing this at me. I'm okay. Double helix inside printed on that tiny thing? Yeah. Okay, this is, I guess it's got, I set it for 2 minutes. I have no idea if it'll actually, if it'll need more or less or what, but we'll see what happens when it finishes. Does it give me a chime, alert? With the curing station, don't put things right in the middle. Why not? I guess you could potentially get more even curing if it's on the outside, but this is fine. Okay, let's see. The helix is there. The helix is there. The print on top is there. Oh, come on. Come on. There we are. Look at that. Look at that. You can see the helix. Oh, to cure the bottom? Oh, I get that. Okay. And then I don't think we'll be able to get, but maybe in the right light, you can see that the text is there. I bet you it's readable. But the helix is there. And it's all the way there. That is hilarious. That is freaking adorable. I know, I'm fairly certain that that's readable. I can almost see it. Now the first layers on this are not wonderful. I don't know if that's, looks like those first 5 layers, that 45-second cure time and the transition, maybe that's, yeah, that's about 0.5 millimeter there. With this resolution, can we get a print-in-place solid fork? Pics on Discord. I'll see what I can do. Actually, I have 2 of those wash and cure stations. Let's see if, let's see if the phone will focus on that. It actually will. Yeah. Here, I'm gonna post this on Discord, but then I'll paste it into the stream. And I wonder if a little, there we are. I wonder if a little more cleaning, I wonder if that's uncleaned around like that, the E's and 3. And I used a 0.1 millimeter layer height. Yeah. But I don't know, I mean, I don't know about those. Are you talking about explaining the first layers? .45 is long for tiny parts. Well, this wasn't printed on a raft, but I understand most prints are printed at an angle. But I think if you're looking at kind of in the letters of this picture here, I think a lot of that might be cleaning. Yeah. But that's impressive. That's pretty cool. I know you're not supposed to print flat. I get that. This part has always been as a test print. I mean, it's a small first layer. So you usually use supports to optimize supports as well as minimize your first layer area. That is pretty darn cool. You can see the stepping on the edges here, right in here from the layers. But this is 0.1 millimeter layer height, and the helix all survived even at that. That's cute. And ultrasonic might have been a good idea. Yeah. Yeah, that is a good. That off and unplug this. So what do we want? We are at 3 hours. We can probably get something started. Let's go here. I believe that's why some people put supports underneath as well. So the first layer of the print is not actually the first layer in the build print. Right. Yep. Okay. Let's go back and delete that part. And gotta go for real. See you, Pathetic Puma. You'll probably miss tomorrow, so see you Tuesday. Okay. And I'll respond to your Discord messages. Let's go full build plate dragon. Let's see how it's done. Well, what I actually wanted to do is go here and download this and run that 4-quadrant calibration. Now this won't finish before we sign off here. And this is intended to be flat on the surface as well, but let's download, oops. V2 with a raft, test print with supports. Guess I could try that. Let's see what this looks like. We could do this little one with supports. That's just more time because it's a taller print. And if you're looking at the first layer surface area is much larger than just the test part. Same here as with the raft. Maybe I want to pick up more IPA first. Yeah, I don't think we need that raft on here. But if we close that and let's just download the original one, save it here. Now, according to the setup, we need to open this and grab this guy. Oh, it's a nice small print. And we put it in each corner. Let's copy and let's get 3 more. And if we put each of these in a quadrant, then we can change the exposure time per section. Hey, John. Should do a comparison and print that on SLA and FDM. It'd have to be, I would imagine it'd have to be quite a bit larger. That's probably somewhat, it's definitely in the area. Oops, that's not what I wanted. Control Z. And then if we go to slice settings, we're at this sculpt still, and the resin is 4.4 seconds exposure time. So let's go back and slice this. But if we go to the menu to remove this back, put this back into place. I'm just trying to kind of figure out how this setup works based on what I've seen other people doing and learning from their mistakes. We go here and we go back and we go to resin calibration. This says perform partitioned exposure test print on a single model. After cleaning and curing, select the optimal exposure parameters. Click on each section to enter the corresponding exposure time to be tested. Enter times in the sequence in descending order. 30 to 35 C of resin temperature is recommended during printing. Okay, I'm gonna say confirm. And then each one we set the time. So how do I set the time? Add? No. Oh, do I have to, let me send this file there. There, and send. How long did it take you to receive your printer from Elegoo? Well, I ordered it shortly after I got back from Rapid, a week or so after, and it said a July 31st ship time, and it came a little earlier than that. Yeah, you're in there, John, and Derek is in there, and I don't know who else. I have a little cameo. Okay, that completed. So if we add a local file and this guy, so now we're going to import that. And now we can set time. So 4.4 seconds was the time. So I think if we touch here, we can say if we want this one to be, 4.0. And if we want this one, I don't know how significant the changes should be. Let's say I'm gonna actually make this one 4.0 and this one 3.5, or we can go in 0.4 second increments. I don't know, just for fun. 3.6. Why didn't that change? 3.6. Enter. It's not changing. It's still saying 4 seconds. What am I doing wrong? 4.2 or 5. Enter. Oh, it changes. but it won't do 3.9. Enter. Oh, it won't do under 4 seconds. Why not? $3.5. Enter. 4.5. Oops. 4.5. Enter. Huh. It won't do under 4 seconds. Biggest has to be first? Oh, I see. So if I change this to, well, 4.4, let's try 4.8 and 5.2. .8, 4.4, and 4.0. I don't know. I'm guessing. What a wax-like resin that is solid at room temperature and is heated. Ceratec cast. This is Ceratec sculpt. What is a typical range on curing times? Am I gonna see? Do I really want to go down to like 3.6 on one instead? So if I go in here instead, do 4.8, because I want to see what a shorter cure time is. 4.4 there, and 4.0 there, and will this take 3.6 now? It does. Okay. And I'm sure I still have enough resin in there. Normally it says on the bottle. Well, I downloaded the profile. It doesn't actually. I downloaded the profile from Ceratec for Chidu. So they say 4.4 seconds. Way too long. 1.5 for some reason sounds more like modern. Well, this isn't a regular. This is their sculpt resin. And just like this is the blue. So these are thicker, I think, resins. They say 4.4 seconds on the Mars 4 is correct. So I'm trying a little bit of range in both directions from that. And I'm biasing that to shorter, going down to 3.6. So let's just see what happens. Let's just play. It says print mode high speed. Okay. The printing will involve partitioned exposure time, testing on model, and the parameters cannot be changed during printing. Confirm. Yeah. As Excel spreadsheet for typical times. Well, they also have a config file that I downloaded. There is enough resin in the vat. There should be. What kind of resins are there? Are there ABS and ASA type of resins? I don't know that, I don't understand the different things well enough. I think none of them are really ABS or ASA. They're what they claim or would expect have similar properties to ABS or ASA. That's why they say ABS-like. But I don't know how it is in terms of like UV resistance and stuff like that. casting, resin, washable, or ABS-like. And I ordered, so I don't remember exactly what I asked for with the 3 resins that I won. I got a selection of the Elegoo resins. I got one of the fast resins, and I think I got one of the ABS-like. Wonder if I could print Prusa Mark IV parts with ABS-like resin. It's not going to work well long-term. Most resins are going to get brittle over time, and you'll notice cracking in your parts spectra. Are photopolymers and not thermopolymers, so they can't be the same stuff. Exactly. Exactly. And that's why you can't melt inserts into them. Where do they get shipped to? A random person in the Los Angeles area who has a address vaguely similar to mine, because what they literally did is I only put in part of my address and I didn't catch it. But instead of reaching out to me and confirming my address, they did a search on, and picked an address that was close and just shipped it there. I am baffled on how any company could even think that that was a good idea. Somebody, it's not the company that thought that, somebody thought that was a reasonable idea and went with it. Oh, there it goes. I just heard each thing pop off the film as it did that. I heard pretty distinctly at least 3 release noises, but I think some of them were so close together it was hard to distinguish. This is someone who ships a ton. I can get it. I screwed up by giving them a partial address. I didn't catch it, but I gave them my street number, the house number, and part of the street and nothing else. No city, no state, no zip code. And they took that house number and part of an address and did a search on it and just picked an address and shipped to it. Now, my name and phone number were correct, and they put the phone number on the label, fortunately. So the person who it shipped to called me. That was actually a call I got in the middle of, I think, last Sunday's stream. So I've been in contact with the person. They're concerned that it may be some sort of scam because they've had a fraudulent charge on their credit card. So I get it. If they're not willing to send it to me and get reimbursed for the shipping, I'll give them the shipping ahead of time. Then Elegoo will just send me new ones. I'm just giving it a try to get it instead of having Elegoo send more. It's on layer 3, and these are the 45-second. It's still going to do the 45-second exposure times, and I don't think, let's close that, go here. Yeah, that's the, I mean all we're seeing is tilting. Maybe autofill, but yes, they should have emailed. I can hear each one releasing. The resin printing is messy. I have managed to not drip any on my workbench here though. So anyway, So what's going to happen is this is going to finish, and I'm expecting that it's going to have changed. It's going to have changed exposure time for each quadrant of the build plate, and I'll be able to look at that and see if there's any distinguishing features between the different exposure times, and then adjust the slicer from that. Yeah, I can definitely hear the FEP releasing. So, but we're not gonna stick around for, I guess it's a 32-minute print is what it says here, but it's actually going to be longer than that. It is 145 layers, and it's up to about half a second, right? I went to 5 or 5.2, so it's going to be 100, in a couple of minutes. I guess that's only a couple of minutes longer, but still. See you, the GPs. Did you clean the plate before printing this? I did not. I did not. I did scrape it off pretty well, and there was nothing left on it. The bottom of the plate was basically clean. I didn't wash it off, but the bottom of the plate had nothing on it. And in general, I realized that on a print like this, I should be scraping the FEP and make sure that nothing from the previous print was left behind cured, and or anything like that. But this was our previous print, so I think we're okay. And I need to buy some more gloves, because I'm going to go through these really quick, because I can't leave these on. These are way too hot. But looking to play a little chess there. Little itty bitty. That thing is, I don't know if I can get it to, probably not. Oh, there we go. Little itty bitty. I think we are going to call it. This has been 3.5 hours, so that's a good member stream time. We will be back at it. We will be back at it tomorrow on the black box. I need to spend the rest of the day doing prep work on that. So, Collies, what are the benefits over FDM or vice versa? I don't know that there's really any benefits. They're different uses. The little diffusers, LED diffusers, is probably pretty reasonable to do in these. Although the layers on a clear FDM print make for some good light diffusion. So, what are those tires you have behind me? So those are from the STI, and I need to sell those. We figure, the buyer and I figure that the market for those is probably a little bigger here than there. So I'm on the hook for trying to sell those locally, and I just haven't yet. Anyway, fine details and different characteristics. Yep. Any updates on kittens? Not really. Part of replacing the carpet in the other garage was a criteria for getting kittens, but also cleaning up the mess that I generated and replacing that carpet is also, and I'm making progress on that. So anyway, with that, thank you everyone. Thanks for being members. I really appreciate you all. Glad to hang out, and we will be back at it tomorrow for the black box and Tuesday for the Trident. I have done some prep work on the Trident. I'm ready to go. So take care, everyone. I will see you tomorrow. Enjoy the build. Bye.